Welcome to another Leaders in Coffee here on Gables Insider. Today we're joined by somebody who's new to this community, but's doing something great for our community. We're joined by Cesar Melgoza. He is the founder and CEO of MOXY. Cesar, welcome to Leaders in Coffee here on Gables Insider.
Thank you very much, Ariel. It's great to be with you.
So Cesar, what is MOXY and what are you doing for our community?
Well, MOXY is a civic engagement platform. It's a nonpartisan platform that allows you to learn and engage and communicate to your community, members of your community, to your elected officials, to authorized organizations that are on the platform, and thought leaders, otherwise known as pundits. And the reason for creating MOXY is so that we would have an environment that is, number one, nonpartisan, number two, fully dedicated to civic engagement, number three, has a combination of official data on your elected officials, on elections, on legislation, and a variety of other subjects that's already there for your reference, quick and easy reference, along with the ability to contribute content via forum posts on different subjects, via podcasts, via surveys and other information that we make available on the platform, so you can both learn and become well informed about the issues in your community, as well as contribute your own thoughts, add your concerns, and make sure that your elected officials know what's on your mind.
So when you mention platform, is this an app? Is this on a web-based? How do people access it?
Yes, absolutely. A platform meaning that it's available on the web as well as in app form. So you can download it from either of the app stores, the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, or you can go to moxy.live. So that's MOXY.live, as you can see on my screen. And you can sign up and participate, and you'll immediately see a tremendous amount of functionality in the platform.
And we wrote last week about Mayor Lago and Coral Gables now being on MOXY. Gables Insider will soon be on here as well. How can people register for MOXY and how can they become involved?
Well, all they have to do is go to moxy.live if they're on the web, or they can download the app, MOXY, in either app store. You can sign up. Signing up is free. There's a guest version of the platform, which is very basic and doesn't require any information. You can just look and browse around. If you register, it's also free. It has a lot more information. You enter your residential address in addition to your name and your email. Those are the fundamental fields that are required. And what it does is it organizes for you all of your elected officials based on your own jurisdictions. So wherever your address is, the corresponding local government officials, state government officials, and national government officials are organized for you. And you can even see those jurisdictions in a map, and you can toggle and look at who represents which district within the platform. So once you get in there, you're going to see, number one, you're going to see a stream of information that's related to your particular interest that you've stated in the platform. You're also going to see a news feed that draws from over 300 different news outlets that are across the ideological spectrum, left, right, and center, if you will. And then you'll see a page for your representatives, okay? So you can click on them and learn more about them. You can see the legislation that they've sponsored. You can see how they voted on legislation. You can see the committees that they belong to, the subcommittees. You can see fundraising details, like who contributed to their political campaigns, and other contact information, including getting access to their social media channels in addition to that.
So how did the idea for MOXY come about, and how did you choose South Florida to really do your launch?
Well, the idea is a culmination of really various parts of my career. I've been involved with computer technology ever since I was in college. I worked at a company that made computer equipment. After I got my bachelor's degree, I went and got my master's degree in public policy. I attended the University of Texas at Austin They have a graduate school called the Lyndon Johnson School of Public Affairs. I got my master's degree there. And I went to work in local government. I worked in San Jose, California for the city manager for a period of time. And then I am from California, so that was back home. I got recruited at that point to work at Apple Computer at their Cupertino headquarters. And I was working in their state and local government marketing group and learned all kinds of things about technology and marketing. My career took a different shift into analytics and data and mapping. I did a lot of work in the initial stages of development of digital maps and linking to database information. And I went to another firm called Strategic Mapping, where I ran their marketing and international business for a number of years. And then I created my own company called Geoscape. Geoscape was based in Miami, and we were the leaders in multicultural market intelligence for many years, recognized for that all over the country in different parts of the world. And a couple of years ago, I received an offer from a company called Claritas, who's owned by a major private equity firm called Carlyle, that offered to buy the company. And I accepted the offer partly because I wanted to do MOXY. And I had thought about the idea of democracy and how difficult it is for the average person to understand what's going on in their government. And with the technology we have available today, I decided to build it. So I assembled a team of people, put a business plan together, put a product plan together. And when you onboard the platform, I hope you'll be impressed with the results once you get in.
And where does the name MOXY come from?
Well, MOXY, like many things, rained down from heaven to me. It just appeared in my mind. And essentially the reason we call it MOXY is twofold. Most of us are familiar with the Yiddish term that normally is spelled with an IE at the end. So if you have a lot of MOXY, that means you have a lot of courage, maybe audacity. But also, if you look at the word democracy, you'll see that within democracy, you've got an M and an O and another C and a C and a Y. And then all we did is transform the double C to an X, and it spells MOXY. So for those two reasons, we want to give the average person a lot of MOXY when it comes to dealing with their government and understanding how it represents them, and also expressing their point of view in a way that can be constructive, in a way that can be helpful to elected officials so that they know what's on our mind, what issues we have, what questions we have, so they can better represent us.
And having been on MOXY, I can tell those of you who are watching, this is a great platform and a great opportunity for you to get engaged and see exactly what's going on in government. We here at Gables Insider try to bring you information. I think MOXY is another tool you're going to find very useful to find out what's going on at federal and the state level and at the local level as well. Now with Mayor Lago involved in MOXY, I think you're going to be able to see some of the great things that are going on in government and some of the things that we want to change. But MOXY is a great platform to get engaged and communicate with each other and get involved in the civic process. Cesar Melgoza, thank you so very much for joining us. Any other parting words for our subscribers?
Well, I did want to mention the survey research component, and we were recently featured in Forbes magazine, as well as in the National Review, which is a very prestigious conservative publication, in Town Hall, for a survey that we did, a nationwide survey that essentially was about civics. It was a test that people take when they become naturalized US citizens, and it tested their knowledge of US history and civics. And unfortunately, the majority of people did not pass the test, the majority of eligible voters. Those who were independent, the majority of them did. However, all of that is available within the platform. You can see a very colorful and easy to read report, and you can actually take the test yourself to see how you do.
Well, I hope everybody who's watching us joins MOXY, and we continue to grow the platform here in South Florida and throughout the US. Thank you for the great work that you guys are doing, Cesar.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Ariel.
And thank you all for watching. Tune in next time for another Leaders in Coffee here on Gables Insider.